Hi, sorry about that. I got cut off. And so this is the second part of the conversation. So it was, what do you want? What does the divine counterparts want you to focus on? And it is recognizing that this is an unfinished, you have unfinished business together. And also do anything that you can to make you feel good. Right? Because the focus is on really about looking after yourself. Because, from now on, it's knowing that you are in union together already. And it's about believing in the universe's plan. And you're part of that plan. And so really, now it's about you. Because then the next question I asked was, what do you need me to do to help you? And this is, again, so lovely. Because it's basically saying, focus on your own rebirth and your own renewal. Notice it's the tree again, and the tree and the roots. Because, like I was saying before, the forest, they give each other emotional and growth support. So the stronger ones support the weaker ones through their root system. In the same way, you are linked by golden thread. We all are. And so the stronger and more courageous you can be in your love, you will create regeneration for both of you. Notice also that these are two tens. The 10-10. 10-10 was also an energetic gateway that there is. So it's about using the universal energy gateways to create your regeneration and create your own rebirth. Because the other, listen, this is also 1 and 9 is 10. It's another 10. And it's another start of a new beginning and an ending of a cycle. Because this card is, notice that it's a castle and it's all frozen. Because this is basically saying you have to be courageous, because it is about setting foot on an expedition, right? And that sense of trepidation and nervousness before you do it. Because there's almost that fear of doing it, but actually you have to, it's not until you do it that you realize that you have this amazing, life doesn't really start until you step out of your comfort zone. And this is what this is saying. In order for you to have your rebirth, your regeneration, it's about realizing that you have to step out of the comfort zone. And the more that you do that and you are fearless in the pursuit of love, the more that you will give them the strength as well, because we are literally strengthening each other like the roots of the forest do. And so, what does the universe want you to focus on about the reunion? And this is to be at peace on your journey and the sacred pool. So this is number 5 and this is number 11. Now, in the one of the letters, I read letter number 20 today from the Divine Love Letter books that I do. And in one of the letters, I remember it saying about the divine pool of love. And so this is what, again, is so lovely, because we've got the synchronicity here about the universe saying, you have to bathe. It's not until you look in the reflection of the sacred pool, which is basically your twin, when you really see what needs to be healed within. And it is about healing. It's constantly about healing, because we're just uncovering more and more layers of who we truly are, and stepping forward more and more to come out of the chrysalis into the butterfly. And so this is it. But the biggest thing is to be at peace on the journey, because we are formed together. We are in the egg of creation together. Look at the gold star. The golden energies and the star burst of creation. That's what we are. So what does the universe want us to focus on, or want you to focus on? And this is just so perfect, because in the middle of these cards, it has Imagine. And it has, this could not be more perfect, to be honest, because the song today was Imagine by John Lennon. It's number 2, which is Union. 20 was the number of the letter that I read out in the first video of today. So again, the synchronicities are just crazy. On either side of it, there is the Ghostlands card, which is again about if you're feeling like you've been frozen out of your, 3D connection. it's to make you go within, right? It's to make you go further and further within, to elevate your soul higher and higher. Because you don't elevate your soul unless you really go within. And you're not going to go within if you're focusing on your physical connection all the time. So the other side, and the other side of the imagine is then the desert. So we have both they've got the two extremes here. It's like, if you feel like you're out in the desert, just know that the oasis is coming, and the universe will provide the oasis to let you drink it in. And also, if you feel like you've been in the deep freeze, then know that that's happening. Also, I always think that this is so cool because this is around a grid system. And the crystal grid that I do is obviously all around a grid that is based up of a number of different crystals that were all rooting this unconditional love onto the planet. So again, I mean, it's just perfect. So I'm going to start. So what do you want us to tell what do you want to tell us today? And it is that they are reaching a fork in the road. And so they are being pushed, basically. The universe is pushing them to make decisions for their life. What do they want? So it's time to make a decision. Considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. Every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road and are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less travelled or the one well worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. So be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroads. Take heart, as no matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. So, the other thing is that in terms of a relationship, the message is, you've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose? To open up to the possibility of love, or to remain isolated, to go deeper and commit to mutual passion, or to walk away. This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do, invest and give, and then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice if you move forward with a relationship. Know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone, or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. All roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path to a truer experience of the heart. So what that's saying is that for those that are in karmic relationships, that they are being pushed to say, what do you want? Do you want to follow your heart? Or, you know, basically they're being forced to make those decisions. And, you know, they're being forced in a way to follow their heart because they're having a heart opening. And so this is what's happening for them this year. So the other message they want to tell you is follow the signs and the messages that they are bringing you. So Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, and a song on the radio. Accept confirmation that you've pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might say just the right thing that will give the answer to your query. Today your message is this: Spirit hears you, and the reply is favourable. So, it's about following the signs. The other thing about that is that, you know, I do so many healings and things for people and confirming who their twin is. And very often I see people's twin's name on trucks as I'm driving on the motorway. And sometimes it is so obscure, the name, that I've never even heard of the name, and then I'll start to see it on trucks everywhere. And I think, okay, this is really bonkers. that actually, you know, the most obscure names that you just wouldn't ever, that I'd never even heard of, and suddenly I start seeing them everywhere on trucks. And so, you know, there is this beautiful confirmation from Spirit happening all the time, because the other message is to say, what do they want us to know about 2018? And it is, intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are a part of, but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing. So tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. And the message for the relationship is, there are occasions when you just know, deep in your heart and soul, that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly, out of the blue, you are connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched indelibly onto your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin an alchemical process. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now, because magic is about to happen. Aww. So that is just lovely, because what they're saying is they're reaching their, you know, what they wanted to tell us today is they are knowing that they have to make a decision. They're saying, keep following the signs that I'm bringing you, because I am the one in spirit who's bringing you all these messages. What do they want us to tell us about 2018? And it is, follow the deep knowing that's in your heart, because you are two hearts coming together as one to create a beautiful alchemical process to create magic in your life. And go within to know the deep inner knowings of your soul by following your inner ding and your intuition. Okay, so I will be back with the next part of the reading in just a minute. Okay, bye.